Hi, this is Julie with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm going to show you from start to finish how to make all 3 pairs of earrings that are part of the lovely earring trio featuring Swarovski crystals, which is an exclusive kit by Beadaholique, and you can find it at beadaholique.com. So we have 3 different pairs of earrings. We've got this one here which has a very nice long kidney hook to it, and it has a beautiful Swarovski crystal rivoli set down into a prong setting. The next pair of earrings is this long dangle pair with a nice pear pendant at the base. You see there's little bicones in between. And then finally we have a really simple and elegant pearl that's been with a wrapped wire loop and a nice little earring hook as well. So this is great. You can keep all 3 pairs for yourself. You can keep one or some and give some. So a lot of different options with this particular kit because you'll get enough supplies to make all 3 earrings. So I'm going to show you the colors before I show you what comes in the kit and then start how to make it. So we've got the blue and silver. Up here we have a really pretty purple and gold, so very rich jewel tones happening over here. Here's a nice pink tones with silver. And all of this is silver plated as well as gold plated. And then here, I like this one quite a bit. This is really like a nice neutral. So this is really a crystal, almost like a cream, a little bit of a shimmer of a cream color, and then a pretty white as well. So it's very pearly and shimmery. Would actually be great for bridal as well, or just a nice evening out. So those are the 4 different color combos. In terms of the tools you'll need a round nose plier, a chain nose plier, and a cutter. The only other tool you're going to need is a popsicle stick, and I have that right here, and we've actually provided that with the kit. So when you purchase this particular kit, you're going to get everything you see here in the color combo that you choose. So you are going to get the popsicle stick, so you don't have to go out and try to find that. You're going to get the Swarovski crystals, and the pearls are also by Swarovski. You're going to get this length of chain, which we're going to cut apart to make little links, a couple jump rings, the settings for your rivolis. You're going to get eye pins, ball head pins. You're going to get the kidney hooks, and you're going to get 4 other earring hooks. So you're going to be able to make your 3 pairs of earrings. All right, let's get started. Let's start actually making earrings here. We're going to start by setting our rivolis. So if you look at a rivoli, it's got a nice pointed top, it has a pointed back, and it has right here, we have a little setting for it. And all you're going to need to do is pop it down into the setting, and then you're going to grab it. So you want to make sure it's in there. You're going to grab it and almost like pinching it together with your fingers. You're going to take your popsicle stick, and you're going to fold over a prong. And what's nice is this is a good soft wood, so it's not going to scratch your crystal. And you push that prong down. And then what you want to do is you want to go to the opposite side and push that prong down. And then just continue doing that. And it's pretty easy to do. It's not taking a lot of pressure. And then what I like to do is after I've got all 4 of them set, I go back over them, just to make sure they're really pressed down, just one by one. This even can be considered like a gentle rolling motion where you start on the end and then you roll over the top. That works very well too. If it's easier for you, you can also set these down on the table and do it like so. Whatever is easiest for you, but it's not difficult to do. And it's really nice that these are perfectly sized for your rivolis. Okay, we're going to do that for the other one as well. You see how those prongs, which are sticking up, now very nicely fold over the top of the crystal. And this is a very secure way of anchoring that crystal in there. And I do like to make sure I just go back one more time over each of them. All right, now we're going to put them onto our hooks. So this is very simple. Here's your basic kidney wire, latches in the back. So we're going to go ahead and string this on. And we're going to go from the back side, because you want to face forward when it goes up and over the top and rest down in that little notch. So there is one earring. I'm going to put it up here. And we're going to do the same for its matched pair. And it just rests down in that little hook. There we go. We've got 1 pair of earrings done. Now we're going to go on to the pearl. So for the pearl earring, we're going to need 2 pearls, 2 head pins with the little ball at the end, and 2 earring hooks. So we're going to start by placing the pearl onto the head pin, and it just rests right there at the bottom. That ball acts as a stopper. Now we are going to make a wrapped wire loop. So in this video, you're going to see how to make simple wire loops and wrapped wire loops. To make a wrapped wire loop, grab the wire right where it exits the pearl, and then you're just going to bend it over to a 90-degree angle. You're going to now take your round nose plier and grab it so that one of the round noses is below the wire and one is above. Loop it up and over. Rotate. So now you've got one in the loop, one round nose in the loop, and one up above, and you're holding it, so you're gripping it right now. And go like so. And now what you can do is you're going to go back and you're going to grab this so it's really nice and stable, and you're going to do a wrap. And what I found sometimes works really well, you can just wrap it with your fingers, that works. Or you can go ahead and take that round nose plier again and use it much like a chain nose to just pull it a little bit tighter and make a couple more wraps. If you have a second chain nose plier, feel free to use that at this time too. But this is a nice little trick to get an extra tight little wrap when you have that little bit of wire. So once you've done your wrap, you're just going to go ahead and trim it. And then I always like to tidy up my wrap. So that just means I'm pushing in that wire end and making sure it looks straight. So there we go. And let's go ahead and just put that on the earring hook. So we're going to take the earring hook, there's a little loop at the base, twist it open, put on your little wrapped wire loop in your pearl, and twist it back in place. And there we have an earring. Let's do that again. We're going to do the exact same thing. Okay, put the pearl on, grab the wire where it exits, bend it over, take your round nose, up and over and down, rotate to the top, twist, and then like I said, I do like to be able to grab it with my chain nose again, and then do your wrappings. And here I'm just doing it with my fingers. I'm going to go ahead, grab it, and I just want that one a little bit tighter. Ever so slight. There we go. Trim it and tidy it up. I'm really just pinching it. So I want to just make sure that that little end of that wire is tucked away, just so it doesn't catch on your clothing or your hair or anything like that. Now we're going to open this loop again. Slide on our loop. And once that's on, close it on up. All right, 2 pairs of earrings done. You see how quick this is going. So this is a really nice kit. It doesn't take a long time, but you really do end up with 3 very pretty pairs of earrings. All right, so if you look at our example, so I'm going to pull this one here. If I can grab it. So you notice we've got these little medallions, almost like little sequins. To get those, we're just going to cut our chain apart. And each one of these little medallions is connected by a little jump ring. And we are just going to go right in here and cut that jump ring. We're going to do that so that for this, we're going to need 3 medallions for each earring. So we'll need a total of 6. There's 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you'll have a little bit left over. You have the option, because you do have some left over, you could make your earring a little bit longer if you wanted. And with this earring, of course, feel free to shorten it as well, but you do have a little bit of chain left over. Never throw away chain. You will always, always find a use for it. Okay. So now for this earring, what we want to do is we want to create these little links with our bicones. And to do that, we're going to take one of our eye pins, place a bicone onto it, and then we're going to do simple wire loops instead of wraps. So for a simple wire loop, what you can do is you can grab the wire where it exits, and instead of bending it over the top of the wire, you just bend the wire off to the side. And then you're going to take your round nose. Actually, I think I'm doing this opposite from me being right-handed. Here we go. So now just grab the wire, kind of where it exits, but you're on this angle now, which is nice. And then we're just going to loop it up and over and around. Again, you're going to rotate, and you are going to crisscross it, but we're not going to worry about doing any wrappings. We are just going to trim it where it crisscrosses. So there's our little loop. And don't worry about straightening up your loop at this point because you're going to be opening it anyways to connect it to these little sequiny medallions. All right, so I'm actually going to do all 6. I'm going to be doing both these earrings simultaneously. It's a little bit easier and a little faster since you're already in the mode of making these little loops. Okay. Bend that wire over to the side. Round nose in. Up and over. Rotate. And where it crosses, you trim. All right, we're ready to assemble our earring. We've still got the little pairs that we'll do in a little bit, but we're going to do our midsection here and connect it to our earring hooks. So to do this, you're just going to be opening and closing the little loops that you have on your connectors and connecting them to the holes in the chain links. So we're just going to, you can pick it up with your chain nose if you want, if that's easier. Just link it through a little hole. And sometimes it's easier to just think that you're building your earring from the top down. So at this point, you can even take your earring hook if you want. Link it on to that other loop. Close it back up. And now we need another little medallion. So we're just going to go to the other side of this link that we made. Open it up. Slide on a medallion. Close it on up. Now we need another one. So try to get my fingers out of the way here so you can see what's happening. Close it on up. So we've got 2 of the little sequins and we've got 2 of the little bicones. All right, so let's see what we've got so far. Always check your work. All right, so if you see here, we've made that top part of the earring and now we need to add the little pear pendant. So to do that, we're going to open a jump ring. So we're grabbing it on either side of the little opening. There's a little slit and you want that facing up top. And then what you do is you just rotate it. You're going to slip on the little pear. So I want you to notice about this kit, these have a really pretty shimmer effect. So the other side is darker, it's like a more traditional Swarovski color, like an amethyst here. But the front side is that shimmer, and you'll notice that with a couple of the different kits. So up to you which one you want to have face forward. I really like the shimmer. And then I'm just going to link this on here. And I'm bringing that up because we're going to look at our earring in a minute and make sure that it's facing forward. If not, we'll just take it off and orient it a different way. But this is facing forward because when you are wearing it and it's hanging, you want that pretty crystal to be front and center. Okay, so one is done. We're just going to repeat the same exact technique now that we did a second ago. So again, open the little loop. And this is why we did simple wire loops for this particular application, so that we could open and close them just like a jump ring. And with the pearl earring, we didn't need to do that, so we did a wrapped wire loop. It also added a little bit of an extra decorative element to it. Okay. Okay, we just need to add that last pear pendant. So we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to grab that jump ring with the slit up top, grab it on either side, open it. Okay, so let's see if we can kind of look what's going to be facing forward here. Okay, so we're going to put it right here. We're going to close it. Okay, and see what we have. All right, so if you look at this one, it's not quite playing as nicely. It is more off to the side. So because it's sideways this way, it's not actually facing the back. What we want to do is we want to adjust the loop here on our bicone. And to do that, we're just going to grab the top loop. So it's like this, and we're going to grab the bottom loop and we're going to twist. So you see what we did? We actually just twisted that bottom loop so it's facing forward. So when the jump ring goes through it, the pear will now face forward. So let's see if that worked the way we wanted it to. Yep. So now it too is facing forward. So that is how you are going to make all 3 pairs that are part of the lovely earring trio featuring Swarovski crystals, which again is an exclusive kit by Beadaholique. And these are just one of many kits. We have hundreds of kits, earrings, necklaces, bracelets, all different techniques. So you'll have ones like this that come together pretty quickly. We have more complicated ones, which is like a Cellini spiral, bead woven bracelet, or a loom bracelet, or peyote. So if you like making jewelry, you like jewelry kits, please do check out beadaholique.com. We have literally hundreds of them in all different patterns, all different colors, and they're a lot of fun to do. So thank you for watching, and I hope you were inspired, and I hope you enjoyed this video.